presenting as you guys drop your name and campuses in there, please. And then if my team could just remind people as if you see people start to drop in and anything like that. Okay, so I'm Lizzie Aguilar-Cruz. I'm an instructional technology / learning innovation coordinator. With me, I have our team. So I have Miss Laura David here. Here. There she is. Hi. And then we also have Dale Lockett here today with his summertime shirt on. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. And Alonso is on vacation this week, so he is not here, but he is the other part to our team. So we're very excited that you guys are here with us today. I'm going to go ahead and start showing you my screen. All right. Okay, so today we're talking student creation. And if you noticed when you signed up for the webinar, that this is part 4. And I had a couple of emails that had asked me, like, did I have to be here for part 1 and 3? No, this is just one small piece of this bigger picture of what I've kind of done with some of the webinars as we've gone through. So some of our previous webinars, I went ahead and I linked them in here. So you are going to be getting this right after I finish discussing a few things in here. So you guys are going to get this so you have it as a reference. And then, of course, we always record our webinars as well, and we post them on the OnTrack website. So if you miss anything or if you need to go back and what were they talking about then, we have the site set up with all of the previous recorded webinars. So you guys will have that there. I just wanted to point out to you, if you're really liking the creation part of it, this student communication piece has a lot of student creation in there as well. So if you missed that session, this is a great one to go back, get some quick ideas, just like how this session will be. Okay. All right. And then Dale has dropped the link for the Eduphoria sign-in. If you need to sign in, please do so. You can click on there and get ready to sign up for our session. Our objective for today is to explore engaging ways we can have students create. So one of the big things that I'm hearing right now as I'm reading over blended learning and looking at the research on it and the studies, the 2 big things to make online learning successful is student choice and student engagement. So hopefully this will be something that you will be able to add to your tool bag when we come, whether we come back in the fall in a blended learning environment, or if we're coming face-to-face, or if we're doing strictly online. These are just gonna give you some quick and easy tools that you guys are gonna be able to use in the classroom or online. And the whole idea of today is just to get an idea of what's out there, and for you to pick one thing that you want to try with your students. So that's our overall objective. It's going to feel kind of like when you go to the store and you try all these different samples, right? And at the end, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so full. It's going to feel the same way here. So we're going to give you a lot of little samples of things, and you're going to feel full at the end, but you will pick up that one thing that you really liked, okay? So that's what we're going to focus on today, is just getting some new ideas. Okay, so this is all centered around the 4 C's of 21st century learning skills. And you guys have heard me talk about this in part 1, 2, and 3. I've been talking about this. So these are the skills that we want our students to be good at. This is what they need to know and what they need to have practice doing, because the technology tools are going to change. So the big part, collaboration, communication, we've done sections on that. Today we're focusing on creativity. And of course, with all of these things, whenever you focus on any of these, you're bringing that critical thinking up in your lessons and with your students whenever you're doing any of this. And there's a lot of overlap whenever you give students choices like this. So we're talking creation over consumption. Our students, we often hear, you know, they're digital natives, they're so good at it, you know, and then we found out, like this spring, putting them in Google Classroom, how do I click here? How do I get this? Why aren't I see, you know, all these things. It's like, you're supposed to know this, you know, you're digital natives. Thing is the kids are used to consuming technology. They're used to playing games. They're used to getting onto YouTube, watching videos, things like that. They haven't really been in that position to be creators. So that's what we want to do in our classroom, is we want to give them that opportunity to go in and to create. So what we're going to be doing is I kind of chunked it a little bit into three different parts. And what we'll do is we'll do some exploration in the first category, and then we'll move to the second and the third. So today is a short session. We could actually do this all day, and I'm sure you would love to do that. But we're going to keep it short and concise. You're going to find that one thing you want to look at it, and we'll come back and talk about it, then go into the next group here, and then the next group. Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on today. So the first one is interactive posters, ebooks, comics, and timelines. So I kind of picked like those low threat visuals, right, that we're already used to doing in the classroom. What are some ways that our students can do this online or digitally? So what I'm going to do is I am going to drop this link for you guys so that you will have it. I'm going to put it here in the chat. Okay. Go ahead and click on that. That is called a s'more. It is an online flyer. And what I want you to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom. And we're going to open up interactive posters, ebooks, comics, and timelines. Now, I notice we do have someone that is on the phone in here. You can go ahead and click on the links and go through it. What I'm going to try to do is once I give everyone exploration time, I'm just going to silently be going through a couple of them so you can kind of watch in the background if you need to, okay, for anybody that's on the phone. Or you can click the links also, and I'll show you which ones to kind of focus on. So the very first one, interactive posters, ebooks, comics, and timelines. So let's go ahead and click on that one. This will be the first section. I want you to stay on this more, okay? Stay on this one for now. What you're gonna do is you have a variety of tools here that can help you with all these different things. Interactive posters can be made in Canva. You can make interactive books in Book Creator, interactive timelines in Satori. So whichever one kind of pulls your attention. What you can do down here is anyone that is on the phone, what you can do is go to examples or classroom ideas, and you can kind of watch some videos there when I give you the exploration time. For the, you can also take a look at the getting started, but maybe not actually like working in the app or the tool. Everyone else that's on their computer, you can start wherever you want, whether it's clicking on the link and going in, setting up an account, doing all of that. You'll get your chance to do that. So this one is probably the heaviest section because there's a lot of choices in here. So we got Canva, Book Creator, Satori. We got some Wakelet, Storyboard that, and Make Beliefs Comics, which is making comics and things like that. So what I'm going to do is give you just some exploration time. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to kind of go in here and just kind of see what is this about? What is it? And then we're going to gather back up, see what you learned. If you have questions, I'll point out a few things about the tools as well. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. You can go ahead and click on any of these tools. If you want to, you can already go down to Don't Forget About Google if you're interested in that one. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that one after you get your exploration time. But I'm going to be giving you guys 5 minutes to get started. Okay? All right. So we will do that. 5-minute timer. And I'll call you back in after 5 minutes. Guys, okay, let's go ahead and come back in. Okay. All right, go ahead and find a good stopping point, and you are going to get more time to explore in the other section. So if you really found something that you liked and that you enjoyed and you want to come back to, you can do that. You can definitely do that. In the chat, go ahead and tell me what was something you went and explored, any questions you have, something you found interesting, or if you already found a great idea that you want to try, go ahead and put that in the chat, okay? And Miss Custer, I saw later that when I was looking, I was like, oh, she said yes. I did do a little silent demo of Book Creator. You saw how easy that was to do. It is very simple. All of the tools that I listed for you guys, all are free. Okay, they do have paid options, so we call that freemium, where they have paid options. But what I did is I gave you solid tools that are free, that will give you enough options for what you need. Now, Satori, the paid version, this one is an interactive timeline that you can build online. With this one, the paid version allows you to put in videos and allows you to put in links, I believe. The only thing you can put in with the free version is images and text. But if you were interested, Wakelet allows you to add video, add social media posts, all these other different things. And you can use it in a similar manner as Satori. So I put Wakelet right in here. And Wakelet on its own, you can use it for a lot of different things. This was just one way that you could use it, interactive. Canva, if anybody went in and looked at Canva, when you go in and you log in with your work Gmail, log in with Google, it doesn't pick it up all the time. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to sign up and actually type it in. And then right in here where it says Canva for education registration, if you click in there, they have you submit and fill in some information, but what you're doing is applying for an education account that is absolutely free, and they will give you a lot more images to choose from and the ability to host a classroom in there. So where you can go in and drop in and look at your students' work as well. Now, I haven't done that because I've never had to add anyone to a classroom, so I haven't done it. But this goes through that whole process, and that beginning video, right when you click in here, will let you see that right in there, okay? All right, so let me take a look real quick at the chat. Storyboard that, went to Canva. Resume template, yes. How to add students can add their own information. Yeah, so that would be the thing, Miss Rice. When you create this in Canva, whenever you're creating anything, that's for you to do as a creation. So your students would need to have the Canva account in order to be able to create or to do anything with it. And they would need to have that in Canva, okay? Book Creator, storyboard that, awesome. Yeah, Book Creator, you guys, if you check out those classroom ideas, they have all grade level, and it's amazing the way that they use it with the students. It's not just a book. Like if you look at the math examples, it's great. Students explaining their thinking, all of that. Let's see. Book Creator, she opened another page in the phone and it works. That's awesome. Yes, because we always have to consider and think about the tools that our students are going to be using as well, right? They're not all on laptops. Some of them are on phones. So whenever you hit that point where you are going to try one of these out, get with any one of us. Get with Laura, Alonzo, David, Dale. Lord David is where I got mixed up. So get with the team. Get with the team, and then we can help you. We can help you work out the kinks. We can tell you to make sure, okay, if your kids have phones, this is what they're going to have to do. We'll help you adjust and kind of maneuver and work with all of that. So that's what we're here for. Wakelet, of course, I dropped that in there for you. Storyboard that, and Make Believe's comics are real easy comic book makers or comic strip makers. And like Make Believe's comics, you do not have to create an account. Neither with Storyboard that, students do not have to create an account, only if they're wanting to save their work. Like they can't do it all in one session. They're going to come back to it later. Then they'll create accounts. They'll need to create accounts. And then I also put a little note that there's tutorials when you first sign up. So right when you sign up, do that little tutorial and you can learn it and get it down. And so will the students as well. Okay. And then the big thing that I want you to remember whenever we're talking about interactive timelines, posters, any of those things, do not forget about Google. All of those things can be done in Google just by changing the size of your page. or by creating a background image, like maybe you want to put comic strip boxes in there, then you can already upload a background. So all of these have links to videos on how to do these things. And then what you do is you set up your template for your students, you post it in Google Classroom, and it's there for them to use. And they can build right there within Google, especially at the start of the year. This is where, you kind of want to keep the kids inside, right? Inside one space. You can get really creative with Google Slides and with Google Drawings, because you can add video, you can embed audio, and I have that right in here for you, okay? For your younger students, you could already have images off to the side, and then when you make them that template, then they have to put them in order, or they pick what each one is going to say, and you already have that in there for your younger kids. So just don't ever forget, Google Slides, Google Drawings, you can do a lot with it. You can do a lot of those things in there with it, okay? Yes, I love Google too, Miss Science. It's awesome. So you grab that template for your kids, and then you can post it in there. And what I've done here is I've linked a little, a Google drawing that just has some ideas on how you can use interactive posters, how you can use mind maps, how you can use comic strips, how you can use all that in the classroom. So that is in there for you. Okay, so just always remember, if you're like, oh man, setting up the kids in Canva or doing things like that, if that just seems like a lot right now, all you can do, you can set up a screen. You can set up a page 8.5 by 11 as a Google slide, and tell the kids, use insert image, use insert audio, use insert video, and then set that up. And if you ever need any how-tos on that, get with us and we can make you video how-tos. We can find you good resources for all of that when you decide to do it with your students, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and see. All right, so we got some people using those. Let's take a look now, talking pics and stop motion animation. So let's click on this second category now. So let's go ahead and go in here. It's this purple one. And so this, again, a real simple way to kind of jazz up your warm-ups or maybe your exit tickets. It's a real quick, simple way. Instead of having kids write 1 or 2 sentences, which sometimes they need to do, so we got to make them do it. But if you kind of want to break it up a little bit, this could be a quick and easy way to do it. So Voki and Blabberize work very similar to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Voki, and I'm going to give you guys some time to build and everything else. But again, you do not have to create an account. If students want to link to it, they are going to have to create one, and it's totally free to do. But I'm just going to click in here real quick just to show you how it's done, or at least the layout of it. You'll get the chance to do it. But what it is you can design and pick your avatar in here. And then what you can do, you can change backgrounds, you can change the clothes, what it's wearing, all that good stuff. You can go in here. Some of it's paid, some of it's free. So they have the paid stuff, usually with a little crown by it. So all those backgrounds are free there. But the key thing here is being able to add audio. Students can record or they can type, which is nice. A lot of the kids don't like recording themselves, but sometimes they need that practice, so that's there for them. But they can go in and type and put in what they want it to say. And then when they go in to play it, the avatar will speak and say what they want it to say. So again, giving your students some choice into how they do their exit ticket, okay? So Voki will do this with avatars that are already built in. Blabberize allows you to upload pictures and put your own picture. So you could put a historical figure, or maybe a famous scientist, or maybe a character from the novel that they drew, okay? They'd be able to do that here in Blabberize. And then over here, Google Slides, again, a great one. This is how to do stop motion animation in there. And if you want to stick with the talking pictures, how to do it with 2 slides. So I put a little link in there for you guys, okay? So I am going to give you 5 minutes to explore any of these 3 that you want to try out. And I'm going to go ahead and put the timer up for you guys. And again, let me know in the chat, does anybody want me to do a silent demo? I will do a silent demo, okay? All right, we're going to reset this, and we're going to go ahead and do 5 minutes. All right. Okay, find a good stopping point and come on back. In the chat, drop and tell me which one did you try? Was it easy? Any questions you might have? Any ideas that you have? Again, these are just really quick and easy ways to do exit warm-ups, or instead of them answering those 3 to 5 questions that you have at the end, have them pick one and then have them to create this. Or you could also leave it an option. Write me a paragraph on this or create a Voki and then go in and do that. And Voki is one that I saw a lot of teachers using, like on their website pages, things like that, where they could go and put them in and have them on their website page giving directions. So it's just a different way to give directions too. So that's there for you guys if you need that. Did anybody check out the stop motion animation? Did anybody check that out? Let's see. Let's see, Blabberize. Miss Rice, let's see. But in order to create your avatar on my laptop, you need an extension. Interesting with Voki. Okay. Emoji and everything. Okay. That we will have to look at. Let's see. So when you, Miss Rice, let me know, like when you signed into Voki, did like that automatically pop up for you? Because it should have where you just create your account and then go from there. Let me know. And then let me see, Blabberize. Recorded yourself talking into the Bitmoji. That's awesome. Okay. All right. And then at the end you did. Okay, perfect. All right, stop motion animation. It's just like doing what you did as a kid. You know, you would draw that bouncing ball or the little stick figure moving like this across the bottom of the paper, and you would flip all the pages. That's the same thing, except the really cool thing is that because you're using Google Slides, you can copy that whole slide and move the person a little bit, and then copy it again and then move them a little bit. And then what you do is you publish it, or you can click through and press it. And I did the little silent demo. I just showed the video real quick of how you could do that with 2 slides if you have a little talking, they had a little talking slug that was on there. So just really simple. So Ms. Rice, it shouldn't be asking you to do that. So I'm gonna write that down, and I'm probably gonna set up a time to talk with you, or maybe someone else in the group as well might be able to do that because I am going on vacation. But I am writing down your name, and then that it's prompting you to add extensions because it doesn't do that. So I'm wondering if something else is on there on the computer. Okay. So we'll take a look at that. Ms. Rice, I wrote it down. Okay. Stop motion animation, lots of ideas. Yes, lots of classroom ideas on that link there, and it's fun. And then yes, that's Voki. And then the other thing too, Miss Rice, is if Voki is not working, Blabberize. Go to Blabberize where you can upload and do that really quick. You can do the same thing in there. Or your other option, Google Slides, and you can do the 2 slides. You can have that in there. Oh, okay. All right, Miss Rice. And then so that might be it then. What you'll want to do, Miss Rice, is go towards Google Slides because it's in-house, and make sure to take a look at this, talking pictures with 2 slides, and you'll be able to do the same thing in there. And then you can even add audio if you want to do that. You'll be able to add audio. Okay, so that's there for you guys. All right, and then the very last one, you guys, which is a fun one because I love making videos. I always loved that too as a kid. So let's go ahead and click on Video and VR. All right, and then so what can they create with video? So a lot of people I know discovered WeVideo this year, and it's an online editor that you can use, and they offered it for free. So I put that one on here, but my first choice, I'm so biased on this one, is Adobe Spark Video, only because it is so clean and easy to use. You'll see when you go in there and try that out. I love WeVideo too. WeVideo is great, but it is a little limited on the features that the students can use as well. So I kind of put a little bit of the stipulations that they have here at the bottom. So the free version includes voice narration, which is a good thing. 5-minute published video time, that's good. You don't want to sit there and watch 20 videos more than 5 minutes long. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So a gig of cloud storage, and then under the age of 13 needs parental consent when not using the educational account. And the educational account costs money. So if students are going to be using this and creating their own accounts, then there's a permission slip that needs to be filled out. So I have a sample permission slip here that you can use, and you can fill in the information that you want to use there. We could also, if it ends up where we're all online next year and you're wanting to use WeVideo, we can turn this into a Google form and have parents electronically sign. So we can do that for you guys if you're interested in that. And then this one is one that I just learned about the day that I presented this one. So I've been kind of looking at it, and that's why I don't have like getting started or classroom ideas here, because I just heard about it. And I went in, I looked at it, I was like, ooh, this is good. Because this one is not only an online editor for video, but you can also edit pictures in there, and you can create GIFs in here as well. And it is free for students. So free for students, it's great. They just need parent permission. So again, you could use this sample permission slip for under the age of 13. And then if the under age of 13 is bugging you and you're like, I don't want to collect permission slips, anything like that, Adobe Spark Video is the way to go. What we will have to do is we'll have to double check that students, how they're going to have to go about creating their accounts, because we'll double check that for you if you need us to. Because I know one year, like I had students sign in with Gmail and it locked them out because they were under the age of 18. But then the following year, they added the educational accounts, and then they were able to log in. So just if you're going to use this with students, let us know. We'll troubleshoot that for you, and we'll figure out how your kids sign in. So you'll get all that information and you'll be able to roll with it. But I want you guys to try those out, check them out, whichever one you're more interested in, go to it, look at it. Now, from what I saw on Clever, only 6 campuses have this, but BrainPop, if your school is subscribed to BrainPop, you have the Create a Movie. Okay, or I'm sorry, it's called Make a Movie, and that's pretty awesome. So check that out if you have BrainPop on your campus. Don't forget about that, because BrainPop is a lot more than just quiz and video stuff. It's making the movies, making graphic organizers. You have all these options available now where students can create with the material that's in BrainPop, which wasn't done before. Before it was a consumption kind of thing. Now there's more creation in there. So if you have BrainPop, check that one out here. And then CoSpaces. CoSpaces is a virtual reality platform. So, and you can do some building in there. So take a look at the gallery. If you go into CoSpaces and create an account, you know, how can I use this in the classroom? Check out the gallery and look at what the kids are making and what they're doing. All right, so I am going to give you 5 minutes to explore. Oh, nice. Okay, and Laura just dropped in the chat. If you want to try BrainPop, you can use Southwest ISD 2020 for username and password. Is that until the end of June, Laura?
Currently, yes. BrainPop had given us a free access for the district, but it will expire June 30th, but hopefully they'll extend it.
Okay, so try that out, guys. Write that down in your notebooks. That's a good one. Thank you, Laura. All right, head back into the chat again. Okay, and let me know what you looked at, what you thought about it. If you got any ideas, drop them in the chat right there. If any of you stayed on while everyone else was exploring, I did a real quick Adobe Spark video, and a very cool thing, at the end when you hit share, students can grab this link and share it with whoever they want. But look at that option right there, being able to drop right into Google Classroom. So what it does is it posts the link right in there for the students. So really nice, very clean to use, okay? So very simple. So Michelle checked out Adobe Spark and BrainPop. That's awesome. Did you try the free login that Laura gave? That's awesome. That's awesome to be able to have that. Okay, let's see. Capwing, Weave Video. Did anybody check out CoSpaces? Okay. Loved Weave Video. Good. Yes, good for the high school kids. Laptop too old, no big deal. Perfect. But that's good, Miss Rice, because you're seeing what the kids are dealing with, right? Like using phones, using older laptops, things like that. So that's good. You can see like, nope, too much time, taking too much time on that. Okay. Let's see. Brain Pop. All right. Okay. So CoSpaces. If you guys had the opportunity to check that one out, let me go ahead and just show you really quick. See if it might take a long time to come in. Okay, let me see. Oh, I should have already been logged in. Sorry about that, guys. But CoSpaces, what they're doing is they're building in here. And there is a free version, and then there is a paid version. So the free version, you can invite up to 29 students to come in here and to create and build. And so what you could do with that is students could actually build like 3D models in here, like a model of a DNA or something like that. Or they could even create like a virtual museum. So where instead of them creating slides, what they're doing is they can go in and they can drop it into this VR environment like a museum and have you kind of walk through and get information. So here's an example of one that was made. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. So we can go in here, and the kids are so much better at moving around in here than I am. But see, they have information, they have models. Let me swing around here. Let me get myself to swing around. There we go. They have little setups on here like this. And this is really easy. Symptoms right there. They got some coding going on here with these. They have the paid account because they have things moving around. You wouldn't have, on the free version, you don't have things moving around. Oh, poor child on the floor. I wonder what's going on there. But they have their room of credits right there, all of that. So very cool things that the kids can do. They can recreate scenes in here, recreate historical events. And even with the very basic version, you can build very easily in here. So this is one thing that can be done. I had a group of students that did this with habitats. So they built different habitats for different zoo animals that they were assigned, and then they had to create the habitat for them. And it was really cool because some of them were on the Chromebook working and building, and we had a couple of other ones. We had some Google Cardboards, which are the really inexpensive ones where you could just drop in their phones, because students would bring phones to school. So they dropped in their phone, and then they're able to look around and they're like, those pieces aren't connecting, things like that. So a lot of team collaboration happening in there, and then the actual building stuff that they did. So really cool. If you get a chance, check out the gallery. You'll see a lot of things that students have made and that they are creating and making in there. So it's a real cool idea, real cool option. So instead of like diorama or Google Slides, hey, you have your option. You can go in, you can make a video, or if you want to create a VR, a virtual reality room with your information, you can do that here. So just easy way to do that if students are able to. And that is an app on the phone as well. And it's easier to build, I think, on a phone or a tablet. All right, so let's see. Down here, got some extras for you. One thing I did not know, I found that out this week. Canva has video templates, which is very cool. So you can go in and upload your video, and on top you can put different types of overlays. So right in here, they already have these kind of made out for you so that you can go in and search different ones, but they already have it. Like that would be a video in here, and then you have this layout right there. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that they had that. thought that was neat, so I linked it for you guys. And then also here's a Fortnite Student Creation Choice Board. So I think this is more upper elementary and up, but this one has a lot of Google products. But what it is you can go in here and you can get the template for this, has directions for you and everything in here, but the students can go in and decide. They can go in and pick like, okay, what do I want to do? So use G Suite tools, web tools, non-digital, teacher-led, so they can go in and decide how they want to create their project and what they want to do. So that's already set up for you. You can just edit it and do what you need with it. So that's there for you guys as well. Okay. All right. And then to go back to the student creation page, you just click here. And then you have it. They're all linked to each other, so you guys have all that information in there. So that is it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Drop them in the chat. While you guys are writing up questions, I do want to tell you guys, this was our last session for this part of the summer. So what we have for you guys coming in July is what we're going to be doing is sending you emails of just different tools that are out there for you guys, different ed tech tools, different even non-tech resources, just things that are out there that you can use to learn and grow. And the cool thing is that you guys are going to get to pick what works for you. So on the OnTrack website under webinars, we have this listed here to keep the learning going during July. So we're going to send out some emails to you guys, just giving you little tidbits. It might be something that helps you to earn badges. It might be on Flipgrid, Screencastify. We've had some people asking about that. It's things that are already built in that'll let you get badges or Google certifications if you're wanting to do anything like that. We'll just be sending you some tidbits of information throughout the month of July to get y'all warmed up, and you pick and choose what you want to keep and what you don't want to worry about. Okay, so that's going to be coming for July for you guys. All right. And then let's see. All right. Well, it doesn't look like there's any questions, so which is awesome. Y'all were a great group. I am going to give you the survey for today. Also, if you're wanting to see something specific, put your email in there because we can reach out to you. We can work with you one-on-one on whatever it is that you're wanting to do. So leave us that information on the survey. At the end of the survey is the link to the s'more, which you guys already have. And then on the OnTrack website, we will also have it posted in there too. So you guys could come back and watch this video again and again. No, I'm joking. I know y'all don't want to do that. But if you need to reference it again, you can come back to it. Okay, we have it on our website. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for giving up your vacation time right now for us. Make sure you're logged into Eduphoria. All right. Thank y'all so much.